Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Can you tell I trimmed the beard a bit? Can you tell I trimmed the beard? I have remember that interview I was talking about? I have another one coming up, and I just wanted to clean it up a bit, shape it up. How's it look? Look okay? I don't know. Is that all right? I think I need to do something there. It looks like a little. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. How's the profile? Look okay? Anyway, yeah, we're going to do a random ranking today. We're going to go to my movie collection and pick out 3 movies at random, and then we'll rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. And was there anything else I was going to mention? I don't think so. I think that was everything. So let's get to picking those movies. Maybe something right here. What's this going to give us? What do we got? 1. And then, who knows, maybe this is number 2. And then maybe a 3rd one right here. Let me just check them. Yep. Ah, come on. Okay. I feel like I pull bend it like Beckham all the time, so I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to replace it with, I don't know, maybe this one. All right, that works. Yeah, let's go ahead and work with these. So no Bend It Like Beckham today. Instead, what we have is Outlander! Stephen King's Children of the Corn. Whenever I see Children of the Corn, look at a poster, look at a DVD, look at a VHS, I just want to be screaming Outlander, right? Who's with me? Who's with me? A show of hands, who's with me when you think of Children of the Corn, you want to scream, you want to yell Outlander? Just me? All right, all right, all right. But yeah, this movie, ooh, look at that art. So, you have all this, but look at the bottom. The children here. Freaky. That's pretty cool. I like that. The original that started it all. Midnight Madness series. I wonder what else was included in that. Peter Horton, Linda Hamilton. But yeah. Also this guy here from Burbs. The Burbs, right? Remember him? But yeah, this is a fun one, I think. Gosh, I can't even remember. I feel like I was, I remember I added this in my, if you follow the channel, every October I do a Halloween countdown where I watch a movie every single day up until Halloween, and we put this one in a couple years ago, and that was the most recent time I've watched it. I haven't watched it since, so that was either last October or the one before. I think it was the one before, maybe even 2 before. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I like a Stephen King movie. They're good. Next, we have one of my wife's favorite movies of all time, and you know what? I like it a lot too, and that is Father of the Bride. Do you remember seeing, I think the preview for this, was it in front of Beethoven? The Beethoven VHS? Remind me if I'm correct on that. I think, is that right? I think it's the Beethoven VHS. I could be blending the two because the young girl from Beethoven who's also in Kindergarten Cop, she also plays the young Brad Paisley's wife, who I can't think of her name right now. Kimberly Williams. Young Kimberly Williams is played by the youngest kid, the youngest daughter in Beethoven, and you also know her in Kindergarten Cop because she's like the one who doesn't want to be a police officer. She wants to be, what is it, a ballerina or something like that. I need to rewatch Kindergarten Cop. But yeah, in this she's like, I met somebody and I'm gonna get married or something. I can't remember. But in the preview, I always knew the preview better than I knew the movie, but now I know the movie pretty well. But anyway, yeah, this movie's great. I like this movie a lot. gosh. Martin Short. Oh my goodness. That guy might be the funniest person ever. I was, his Jiminy Glick, man, that Jiminy Glick stuff has me laughing out loud. And Jiminy Glick just came back. He was on Bill Maher. I saw that he was on Bill Maher, so I watched that clip because I thought Jiminy Glick was hilarious. Jiminy Glick was hilarious. He just can't really get. He just can't. He just has a tough time just finding a comfortable spot in his chair. Do you know Jiminy Glick? Oh man, he's hilarious. Martin Short is so funny in this. It's flour in water. Anyway, yeah, this movie's great. It's heartfelt. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Especially having kids now. Like, there's that part where he's walking down the hallway, and I could be mixing this up with two. No, this is one. There's that part when he's walking down the hallway, and his kids yell from each of their rooms, "I love you," to each other, and he just like, oh. And it's so true. I have two kids, and whenever they do something super sweet with one another, it just like, your heart just like melts into a puddle of wax. I don't know, I'm thinking of a candle, melted wax. But this movie's great. I do love it. Next we have Runaways. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. Cherry bomb. So Joan Jett right there. Cherry, can't remember what the real life name is. Cherry Curry, thank you. Cherry Curry right here. Joan Jett. The Runaways, I'm talking about Michael Shannon up in here in this movie, looking like David Bowie. I'm sure he's playing a real character that I don't know right now. But this is fun. I had a tough time actually buying into this movie a little bit because of Kristen Stewart, but I've kind of gotten over that. Now, like when I watch it, I don't have any issue with that. Like I just think it was just hard to see her as Joan Jett because, I grew up, I think my dad liked Joan Jett a lot because we would listen to Joan Jett, so I kind of had like an image and an idea about her. And then when Kristen Stewart came in to play Joan Jett, but I kind of knew Joan Jett on her own, right? I didn't really know her with the Runaways, so I, like when I was like watching the movie, I was kind of like, I don't know. But again, this is a younger Joan Jett, right? So it's not the one that I feel like most people know, right? But yeah, I like this movie. I haven't watched it in a while. It's been a while. This one's kind of in the. This one gets watched quite a bit because this is one of my wife's favorite movies. Probably in her top 5, top 10, something like that. But yeah, gosh, need to rewatch Runaways. Should probably rewatch Children of the Corn. But how are we gonna rank these? Well, I know very obviously what's number 1, and that is Father of the Bride, right? Also, fun fact, Eugene Levy is in this. He's actually also in Father of the Bride Part 2, but he's playing a different character. In this one, he's playing like a wedding singer or something like that. And then the other one, he's buying their house. He bought their house. So I always think that's kind of interesting where you have a franchise and then you have a character who shows up in these movies playing different characters. Like if you've ever watched the Mighty Ducks trilogy, there's an older woman who's in all 3 movies and she's playing different characters. Also, same thing with one of the referees. I think there's a referee in all 3 Mighty Ducks movies. Like he's just kind of background character, which is really, actually, I think he's a referee. Is that right? I was thinking maybe he was a coach in one of them. I think he's a referee in all, but he's like a referee in all 3. Also, the Batman movies. That one, is it the 3rd one or something, where that woman's like, Gotham must know. Like, look for her in the other Batman movies. It's wild. It's strange. She pops up. Also, that guy. There's a guy. He's like a senator or a congressman or something like that. He's in all the Batman movies. You see him even in the Christopher Nolan ones. Like like with that woman who's like, Gotham must know. Like she is in, like the old Batman movies. But I'm talking about this guy is like a senator. Actually, he might even be in the old ones also. I think he might be in like every Batman movie. He's like a bald man, gray hair, you know, typical politician here in America. And he is in, like he's in the scene in The Dark Knight where Heath Ledger, when the Joker is, you know, with all those like wealthy people up in that top area, like the high rise or whatever, and then throws Batman off the side of the building or whatever, and Rachel, and yeah, one of those guys. He's like in all the Batman movies, all of them. Anyway, how are we gonna rank them? I'll tell you right now. I think it's gonna be this. I think I'm gonna go with Father of the Bride #1. Easy, easy. Then we're gonna go with Children of the Corn, Outlander. Scream that very loud. And then I'm gonna go with The Runaways. But I like all of these movies. It's just I'm mostly familiar with this one, and nostalgia, like all that stuff goes into play here. But I'm going to go Children of the Corn. You know, I love a Stephen King movie. I almost wore a Stephen King shirt today. I wish I would have. Not only would it have been Stephen King, but also would have been red, that color. It's from Monster Squad, the Stephen King rules. And then, yeah, The Runaways. Good movie. It took me a while to be cool with it, though, to like it. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, that's my ranking one more time. Father of the Bride, then Children of the Corn, then The Runaways. But my question to you is, have you seen these films? These three right here. There's a little glare on that top one there. Have you seen these films? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. Sorry I'm a little late in responding. It's just kind of the way of things right now when you're applying for jobs and got interviews and stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it to the end. I mean, that's impressive. Maybe these feel redundant. Maybe they don't because it's a different movie every time. But anyway, greatly appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for a more pure hangout.